Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? Hope y'all doing great. Hope y'all doing amazing. Because I know I am. Man, today was something. Today was something. It was like meh at first, but then it was something. Uh, okay. I don't even know if I want to talk about it, but I should definitely learn from it. It's something that is very crucial when it comes like to relationships. But yeah, anyways, I made it. Emily made it. Emily made it. Hey, hey, Emily is here. Mm, mm. How you doing, Emily? Hope you're doing fantastic. But yeah, I should learn from what happened today. I know, like I keep talking like vaguely, but I do need to talk about it. I'm tired. Yo, what's wrong? Why? You good? I hope it's like the good tired, like the tired of like when you've done so much work and that's work that you appreciate and you like the process of it, and then you're done and then you're like, oh my God, you're tired, but like you felt good, not like a tired of like I'm tired of this stuff. Uh, yeah. Did I introduce myself? I don't think I did. My name is Chad. I'm a motion designer and I'm learning to draw every day, just to prove to people that it ain't that hard. It does get a little hard, but it gets easier. Every day it gets a little easier. But you gotta do it every day, and that is the hard part. Yeah, I'm like an all motivation to draw or anything like that. That's very interesting. That is very interesting. Whenever I feel like that, and I don't know if this is like changes from person to person, probably does. Whenever some streams, I felt like I just don't want to draw. It's either I do like some warming up, I just draw some circles and some lines and everything, and then call it a day. I just want to feel like I drew something and I made progress. Even the progress is like as 0.3% progress. That is progress to me. That's better than not doing anything. Or one thing also that I've done for a few streams when I didn't feel like drawing hands back when I used to draw hands, I just I didn't want to draw hands, then I'll draw anything else. I draw either like whatever comes to my mind, or I'll draw some of the stuff of like artists that I like. Uh, and yeah, just to make it feel not like a chore, maybe if that makes sense. And this is what we're going to do today. I did a little painting, but I've got a commission I need to finish soon. Oh, that's very good. Congrats. I don't know if the how long you've been doing this for, but it's really nice that you're taking commissions. Uh, yeah, yeah, it's okay. I mean, commissions take priorities, right? I don't know. I haven't taken commissions yet. Probably will be as soon as I get a little better. Uh, but yeah, it's okay. Just go easy on yourself, I guess. All right, this. Let me clean this one. All right. Do we want to finish this one? Let's finish it. Let me finish it, get it out of the way. I don't want to leave it unfinished. And then do something else. Which is, like I said, I'm gonna pick like an artist that I like the art of, and then do that. Oh, no, not yellow. I started taking commissions 2 or 3 months ago. Nice. and I think I got 5, and this will be the 6th. Honestly, that's really good. That is really good. I'm really happy for you. Hope you're having fun doing them. Like I said, just try not to stress. What the hell is this? This feels darker. Is this too much? Is this too much of a bump? Okay, maybe that. I don't know. Dude, this feels so chicken scratchy. I don't want it. I don't want it to be chicken scratchy. Yeah, let's finish this one. Also, this arm feels very thick. So let's make it a little skinnier, maybe. A little skinnier on this side. Yep. And then something like this. There we go. Beautiful hands. The horrible thing about commissions is you can't draw what you want when you want. Yeah, that is the thing with doing sort of quote unquote commercial work, if you want to call it that. You lose your creative freedom. And this is interesting to talk about because I like talking about this type of stuff. There's a diagram that I've been shown in a book. I read a book. It's called The Freelance Manifesto, and it talks about basically being a motion designer. But I feel like this does apply to any type of art. Basically being a motion designer and making money, or a designer, or an artist, or an illustrator, whatever it is in the creative industry, right? And making money as a freelancer. And so you have I believe this is, it doesn't matter. So this one is creative freedom, this axis right here, and this one is money, right? I don't know if this does apply to commissions, but I'm just gonna explain it anyways. The more oh wait, no. This starts from here, doesn't it? And no money. Yeah, this is 0. This is, I don't know. But the more creative freedom you have, the less money you're gonna make. So the line is going to be like this, right? If you have like absolute, let's say this is like the maximum of creative freedom. If you have the absolute creative freedom, this is mostly going to be like a personal project, right? Where you have the absolute freedom, but you're not making it, you're not getting any money out of it because this is just something that you're doing for yourself, or you're going to put on a portfolio, right? But then the creative freedom goes down as money gets in the game. Money gets in the game means a client. It means a person who wants something exact. It means a person, the client just sort of like I don't know what you call it, imposing. Yeah, imposing his own thoughts into it, even though he is not a creative and he is not a designer, but they still do want to have like their print on it, even if it doesn't make any sense from a designer standpoint. So yeah, the more money involved into it, probably the less creative freedom you're gonna get. This is where being a freelancer is good, because, or a person who does commissions as well. It's because you can, for example, for a season or two, just focus on stuff like this, and not take any commissions or any client work. Just focus on this to put in your portfolio, because let's be real, some of the client's work you're not going to, it's going to be like mediocre work, and you're not going to put in your portfolio. The stuff that's going to be really popping, and the stuff that's going to be like most creative and the most like you, is going to be the stuff like the personal projects. And then you obviously you're not going to not pay the bills, so you need to pay the bills, so you need to spend like another season or two just focusing on these type of projects, in which you don't have basically creative freedom, but you're making a lot of money. And there needs to be like a balance between these two. Another thing is that you don't want to be here. This is a, what do you call it, no man's land. Yeah, you don't want to be here. It's like you're making a little bit of money, but you do have a little bit of creative freedom, and you don't get both of them. And this is not a very, very enjoyable zone to be in. So yeah, this is like I found this very fun to talk about. It's you're either here or you're here. You don't want to be here. Sometimes you're gonna obviously find yourself a little bit here or a little bit here, but the middle is a no-go. And yeah, mostly I've been in here. Yeah, so, obviously the live streams do help a lot, since I'm still learning and I'm not taking commissions like you are. But once I do that, I will probably be doing both at the same time. This side is like with my job, and this is with whatever else I have going on. So yeah, here's a little bit of a crash course in, or I don't know what you call it. Okay, I said I am going to finish this, and I went on a more than 5 minutes ramble about money. So let me get back. Where is the other hand? Where did it go? There is no other hand. This woman only has one hand. Oh, is this more than a okay, this is a 6. We need it to be a 4. Okay, and the line is in here. Chicken scratchy. We don't want a chicken scratch. Or maybe, yeah, something like that. I don't know how to draw chests, so I'm gonna leave that to that. And okay, this I suppose. How do we do this? This is a neck. I don't know how do I represent neck? Like, I've never really drawn a neck like that exposed. Yeah, this feels wrong. This feels very wrong. Whoop. Okay, alright, this has gotten a little better. Still feels a little bit messy. I don't know what it is. But this is the hair. I suppose this should be the whole head. But there's a lot of hair in here. I don't know. I'm just gonna stop here. Not make any more messes. Yeah. I'll probably start trying to spend 2 weeks on a commission. I know it takes forever. Then take a week for me, then back to a commission if you have one. If you have one. Yeah, that's you just have to put them in intervals. You don't want to like mix things together. That's a good way, I guess. to sort of like make a balance between the work that you really want to do and that you want to show on your portfolio, or you just, it doesn't have to be portfolio, just like what you want to show to people, and the stuff you want to make money off of. So yeah, the head looks too. Okay, actually, like one thing that artists do is that they flip their canvas vertically. I think that's the direction to see their mistakes if they have any mistakes. But I never understood that. I don't know how they see their mistakes. Even like in a video, it's shown and drawn as well. Seen a mistake across the paper and look through it, like look through it, so you can see it like blurred. And my God, hello, hello, hello. Does it work? Oh man, I really need to get that mic. Thing is, it's like costs like delivery as well, and the delivery here is freaking they man, they are seizing the opportunity and they cost the delivery like very expensive, basically. Okay, let's try to draw the chest because this feels dry. I don't know how. Like I know there's supposed to be like teardrops. Maybe actually learning like muscle groups and anatomy will help me with drawing chests. It's just that I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know, man. Are they small? Is this good? I feel like maybe they should be a little bigger because here, this ends like here. So I don't. Maybe. Oh my God, that's nuh-uh. Okay, this is the best I can do. I'm just going to draw like the garment she's wearing. Also, just to give it a bit more sense at least. And they do this. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. This feels a bit straight, so I'm just gonna do this. This does feel a bit straight. Okay, so I think the problem is in here. Okay. A general rule for arms is that elbow is always halfway down the torso, and the wrist is about halfway down the thigh. Interesting. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Okay, so you're saying it's something like this is more appropriate? Yeah, I can see it. Okay, thank you for that. This feels better. Yeah. Yeah, okay. This is already like this, and we have to make this like this so it feels three-dimensional. And this one is going there we go. And then I'm gonna make all of this just dark. I don't know how to do that, so I'm just going to scratch it like this because it doesn't really matter. This is not a coloring stream. I'm just trying to learn anatomy here. I'm just trying to learn like a body, how to draw a body. The chest is gonna like get covered, so maybe something like this. I don't know. Sure, cover it all. Doesn't matter. Okay. Uh, that feels better. I feel like the hand, so like the not the hand, the arm. So like it was something off, but I wasn't able to see it. So thank you so much for letting me know about it. Yeah, okay. So what are we gonna do now? I mean, I finished that. Maybe I do another one. Let me see if I like the this reference. Oh, this is actually the last reference. I already drew this, so this is good. Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm going to grab no, this is my inbox. Nope. um what do you call it? Character design references. Here we go. Art of animation, dude, I love animation. And oh man, I started watching a course from School of Motion. It's called Advanced Motion Methods. And man, the instructor is called Sander Van Dyke. And that man is a genius. Hello, can you hear me? Really inspiring. Even, dude, he's got it down to the small thing, and the way he's explaining the videos, he's explaining like with ratios and shapes and geometry and arithmetic. Like, what do you when you talk to a person about motion design or design in general, it doesn't like those things don't come up in a regular person's mind. But oh my god. Okay, I need to find another way to. Okay, can you hear me like this? I feel like like the voice is a little bit like feels like a bit far, but you can hear me. Okay, but I feel like this is better like this. But I'm resting it on my chin like this. It's all right. Okay, so this is better. You think this is better? I guess. Hmm. I don't know. Let me check it. Du, 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 du. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. It feels a bit far. I don't know. I don't like it much. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold it like this, because I'm not doing anything. What was I talking about? I forgot. Okay, anyways. Let's check some artists. Oh yeah, I was talking about Sander Van Dyke. And like yeah, dude, just learning from him and seeing him talk and explain things, it's beautiful. Look at this. This is fun. This is very colorful. Wow. I like this one. This one's so good. I like this one as well. This one's nice. Oh, look at this one. Dude, I'm a sucker for composition. I'm a sucker for just a different composition. Man, just people are so freaking talented. Sam does art. Yeah, I do watch his videos occasionally. He has like a new series where he rates TikTok tips and tricks. That's fun. I don't believe he does proper tutorials though. I don't think he did. Maybe I'm wrong. What is this? This feels like it doesn't belong with all these, colorful, beautiful girls. Yeah, this is his art. This is Sam does what? Sam does arts. He has a few, I think, on like backgrounds. Yeah, he does have a Patreon as well. In which he has like proper actual proper tutorials about drawing like perspective and bodies and stuff like that. He's got like a certain style. I've noticed he does use a brush stroke that's very interesting. As in, you see these like brush strokes, they're like lines. This is a very interesting use of it, and I don't really understand it, but it adds this like how do you describe it? Surrealism, you could say. Surrealism is a big word. Uh, I don't know. I really don't know how to describe it. It's beautiful. It really adds to it. I don't know if you can see them or not. These are like these lines. I can't zoom. Okay. There's these lines. You see them? These are actual brush strokes. Yeah, but his stuff is like I really want some of his art prints. Probably he does have a store. Oh, here we go. Look at that. You know what? Frick it. Let's watch a video of him. Dude, look at this. This is amazing. Sam does art. This is the channel, right? And he's got a new video. Expect nothing. Okay, let's watch this because this feels motivating.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Stop sneaking up on me like that. Let me have my coffee in peace, huh? Come on. Oh, sit down. We gotta talk. So I've been drawing and posting online and subjecting the world to my artistic failures for 6 or 7 years now. There have been many pieces of mine that I love that are amazingly well received. And there's also been a lot of flops. Call me LeBron. Anyways, but through that process, like all 600 posts that I have on my page now, I think there's one really important lesson. And I'm going to share that with you today so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did. Even though you probably will. Because you never listen, huh? So I'm gonna just put up some of my favorite pieces that I've done over the past however many years. And I've been doing a little bit of artistic introspection lately. The one thing that these pieces had in common was that I made them without expectations. No expectations for my own technical ability, no expectations for their online performance, and no expectation of the feedback that I might get when I show it to other people. That's the one thing, the one underlying theme for all of these pieces that I loved so much. Look, if you've ever drawn before, I'm sure you've had this very ununique experience. Or let's say you're lunchtime, you're in the cafeteria or something, you're sitting alone in the corner because you have no friends and you feel very sad about that. Sorry, I'm getting too specific. But you just take out an old piece of wrinkly paper that you got an F on and you just start doodling something. Maybe you're like, man, I'm bored. I want to draw my OC. And within like 5 minutes, you look at that page and you're like, what the? I've been touched by God. You've just drawn the most beautiful portrait of your OC that you've ever done. All the proportions are perfect. The facial features look perfect. And it's like a perfectly imperfect piece because you did it on a wrinkly piece of paper with a bad pencil that you didn't really care about, and somehow you've made a masterpiece. And then here's the cruelest part. You take that same sketch, you're like, man, this is a beautiful sketch. I'm going to translate this onto an actual sketchbook page and make something that I'm really proud of. And you try to do it again and you just can't. Your OC just turns out looking like Peppa Pig, the eyes on the side of the head, and you can't get it right. I think that's a universal experience for artists. And what's the difference here? Well, in one of them, you had no expectations going in. You were having fun with it. But then oftentimes when you set that expectation, when you set that bar and you're like, I'm going to try to translate this into my sketchbook, when you let that narrative of like, I got to make it live up to this, I got to make it as good as this, I got to make it so that other people can see it and be super impressed by this. When that infiltrates your subconscious mind, you get tense. You're a little bit afraid of the marks that you're making now because there's expectations that you got to live up to. It's like in art class, the teacher walks around and looks over your shoulder as you're drawing and you can sense the disappointment in them. Even though we don't really consciously think about it, there's a certain level of looseness that you can get. There are some artists who are just, you can tell they're really artistically limber. They're not as rigid, they're not as uptight, they're kind of like, they're boneless. They're like boneless chicken.
Wait. Do you have that shaving? Okay. We'll check that later.
In a lot of my most recent pieces, I found that the ones that ended up being my favorites, they were often the ones that I went into thinking, you know what, whatever, I'm just going to try this out. I genuinely have no idea how this one's going to turn out, but I'm just going to give it a shot anyways. And I find that when I have that mindset going into it, I tend to trust the process a little bit more. And by the end, with that final piece, I'm always pleasantly surprised. And in contrast to that, whenever I make a piece thinking, are people gonna like this? Is this gonna be a popular piece? Is this one gonna be good enough to go into my print shop? Whenever I start having thoughts like that, there's a good chance that that piece will not turn out the way I want it to. I think expectations of all kinds, expectations of how good the final piece should look, expectations of how other people are gonna receive it, expectations of posting it on social media, all of these expectations are like weights that you tie to yourself. It's almost like a way to hold yourself down. It's gonna just paralyze your creativity. Now, of course, expectations is not the only contributing factor to making good art. I know you also gotta have experience and artistic skill and all that, but for me, if there's one thing that I've learned by sharing all these 600 something posts that I have on Instagram, is that expectations, right? Thinking too much, worrying too much, kills your creativity. It destroys any chance of your art being good. Every single piece that I went into with that open mind, with no expectations, no worries about how many likes it's gonna get, 90% of the time, I'm happier with it than I thought I would be. And as a product of that, it actually ends up performing even better on social media. So it's kind of like counterintuitive. You try to do one thing, and the universe is like, no. And then you're like, fine, I'm not gonna try anymore. The universe is just like, whoa, man, hey, come on, here it is. They just hand it to you. So now, looking back, I can honestly say that's one of the most important lessons that I've learned. And I think me starting out, it would have been very, very valuable to hear this message. So now I'm sharing with you guys, especially the little babies. A lot of us now are kind of just growing up surrounded by this environment of comparison. Everything is just instant gratification. The moment you put something up, you get instant feedback by how many likes you get, how many views you get. You always seem to be chasing the approval of other people or comparing yourself to somebody else. You could be looking at someone who's younger than you, who draws better than you, and you're like, oh my God. And you just sit there in the corner in pain, wondering what you've been doing for the last 10 years. We can all relate to that. We all feel that. And the next thing you know, you start carrying some of that baggage into your work. You start thinking, all right, this needs to be a certain way. I need to be as good as this. I need to get this many likes from this piece. And that's the most toxic thing that you can possibly inject into your art. This overwhelming sense of expectation. Here's actually a good analogy for this kind of mentality. Just yesterday, I went out for a run, and I've been wanting to do a 10K, and I've been feeling like I'm ready for it, but I wasn't sure. I was like, like I expect to be at this pace, I expect to feel this certain type of way. So maybe I need to do more practices with 5Ks first and get this pace down, and then I'll feel secure enough to do it. But then yesterday, I don't know, something got inside of me. Not literal, but I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna go at a pace that I'm comfortable with. I'm just gonna do it. I don't expect to be able to go all the way to the end without stopping. I don't expect to be under a certain amount of time. And I did it. No stopping, faster than I expected. Felt easier than I expected. It's the same thing in art, same thing in anything else that you're trying to do. If you put these crippling expectations on yourself, you're never gonna get it done. That's one of the main reasons why so many artists can't finish a piece that they started. You think like, this is not going the direction that I wanted it to, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna start fresh, start it over again. And that one doesn't go according to your expectations. So what do? You abandon it halfway and you start over again. So instead of us having those expectations, why don't we just throw them out the door, okay? Whether it looks good or not is up to the universe. Whether people like it or not is up to the universe. Take that weight off of yourself when you're about to create. I used to always say this thing to the babies that don't chase the numbers on social media. Don't chase likes. Don't chase people's approval. Just do it for yourself. Try to be the best artist that you can be and let your work speak for itself. And I think this no expectations thing is kind of an evolution of that. It's like, especially nowadays with the babies growing up around social media and all that, you expect to get this many likes or you're an absolute failure. It's just ridiculous. And like, I'm guilty of this too. Right? I think about this all the time. That's why I have pieces that I hate. That's why I make stuff that I don't like. I've been thinking, if it's affecting me, just imagine the effect that it's having on young artists who are growing up right now. It's horrible, this baggage of expectations. It's like walking around with a 45-pound plate strapped to your back. You're just... And not only do these expectations weigh you down in the process of creating, they can actually stop you in your tracks before you even start. We've all been there. I've been there too. You look at a cool reference, you're like, wow, this is so complex and there's so much going on, but it's so cool and I have this idea. I really want to realize this idea. And then you're like, man, but it's not going to turn out good. I have a certain quality that I want to live up to. And if I do this really challenging thing, it's not going to turn out the way I expect it to. It's going to be an utter failure. Now you're back on your butt. You're scrolling Pinterest. You're not doing it anymore. You're not doing the thing that was going to progress your art. So that's the problem. And that's the lesson that I've learned. The key to making the best art that I can make is to expect nothing. It's so counterintuitive and it's so ironic, but I feel like that's just how the universe works. Anyways, there's my yap session with you guys today. This is a lesson that I've wanted to share with you guys, and this is something that I've been, stewing in for the last little while. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if this is something you experience.
Wait, I need to take this.
As well. Let me know if this video helped you out at all, or if you just absolutely hated it. Maybe you can leave a hateful and mean comment down below. I would really appreciate that. But yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys. Subscribe. All right, and then I will see you guys on the next video. I also have a Patreon. So like I do monthly tutorials there. This month we're talking about colors, like all the most essential things that you gotta know about colors. If you're trying to render, this is gonna be a godsend for you. All right, so that's it. No more plugs. Anyways, I wanted to share this with you guys this week because I've also realized this camera and you guys, this 16mm lens that I'm always talking to, this is kind of like my therapy. And maybe you watch my videos because this is kind of like your therapy. I don't really know what to say, but if you come to my videos for therapy, you are probably clinically insane.
Okay. So this is his Patreon. Small but mighty. $3. This could be like this is cheap. Like this is cheap. Every dollar helps. With your generous support, we'll be able to continue using more content. As you get full resolution. Okay, I don't need this. Patreon only the Discord community. Maybe the community does help. Working process, behind the scenes updates on Discord, and access to Discord. Okay, so the tutorials are not available here. Is that what I'm getting? Or a brush pack, original PSD files, access to bonus full-length painting videos. This is interesting. Immediate access to new brushes. Okay. So, oh, this is the tutorial tier. Okay, I see. Yeah, then yeah, this is the obviously the choice. Water. I don't know, maybe in the future we'll subscribe. Okay. Ooh, I want to check this because this looks interesting. Look at the animation on this one. Is he gonna eat him? I feel like he's gonna eat him. Blow fire on him? That's very cool. Okay, so this is like a, I don't know, an animation video of his? Is that what it is? Mm, 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 mm. Oh, 2 videos. Okay, I want to see Store, Witch Boy, Zootopia, Spider-Man. Look at that. That's funny. Look at his belly, man. Oh, wow. Look at the composition in this. The zoom out. This is a square composition. And look at the shape in here. This is beautiful. How do we see this? Like when you look at it, we obviously do notice this person right here. This is Spider-Man right here. But why do we see it? Okay, because I feel like everything is going towards that point, is going towards that angle. The look of the monster is going up there. There's this line, the web that he's shooting from his hand. It goes towards Spider-Man. So like even like the spikes even point to this area right here. And there's also these lines that point here. So it's very, very interesting. Like I'm trying to look at it from a composition perspective of like, why am I looking at a certain thing, right? Because I feel like figuring that out is gonna help you a lot with setting. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting messages. Oh, cute. Dude, I feel like I'm not focused. All right. I've already done like 45 minutes, so I can stop here. Uh, yeah, this is all so fun. Zootopia as well. This is very interesting. Oh, wow. The shapes are just so good. Look at this. How many rats? Dude, look at this. Isn't this amazing? Compositional ideas? Uh-oh. Uh, why? Oh, okay. I think we can stop here. Tomorrow, inshallah, if if I felt like it, we will resume drawing some boxes, some bodies. I said I was going to check out the Proco, some of Proco's videos. So looking forward to that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Emily, thank you so much for sticking in. And yeah, peace, peace.